Maybe in India still, but not here.
Look, look.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for being here tonight. Welcome to Icewind Dale, Rime or Reason. Gentlemen, how you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Wow.
Doing great.
Good. We're excited to game tonight. Should be a fun one. We are going to be picking up in the central spire, which you see pictured before you. The central spire of Eriolarthus. But before we get going with tonight's game, I'll give a little recap and all that stuff. And I also want to thank the sponsor for our stream, Hero Forge, heroforge.com. And yeah, Hero Forge is an amazing character creation tool. You can go access it right now on heroforge.com and start building characters with all sorts of amazing options. And when you're done, you can pop out some cool little tokens like you see on screen here tonight, or like you'll see on our battle maps. Full character portraits like you see on the thumbnail for this video. That's how we make all this stuff using their gallery tool, which is part of their paid subscription service. You can also, of course, order miniatures, 3D printed and shipped to your house, or you can 3D print them on your own using an STL file. Ooh, Michael, you got a pretty.
Yeah.
I do. This is my four-armed Warforged monk.
Nice.
That's there.
That's amazing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Warforged, basically you can make robot people, you can make anthropomorphic stuff, you can make humans and elves and dwarves and orcs and all kinds of monsters. So yeah, they just have tons of options. And you can get 3D color 3D printed like you see on screen here. They also now have 2D token options, which make it a little more affordable for, if you're on a tighter budget. Those are really cool. And they're always adding new stuff. Every Tuesday they add new stuff. I got a couple screen grabs here from some of the recent additions. Decals are kind of a newish thing, and they're always adding new ones. So I love these runes that they recently added. These are super cool. And they also recently added some new items like playing cards. So it's not just fantasy, it's steampunk, sci-fi. I mean, you can go nuts with their tools. So check them out at heroforge.com. All right. Where last we left our adventures, we were in the central spire in the necropolis of Yithrin. The demi-lich Eriolarthus' domain. And our party gained access through the central spire via this kind of causeway that you see right here. And they entered to find a soiree, a party, a social gathering with all the who's who of Yithrin's society. It was like being in a time capsule, and it was very strange indeed. The party discovered that these were mere illusions, but limited interactions were possible with the members of this soiree. So they passed on from there. They did find an abracadabras, I believe, a magical box. And moving on from there, I discovered a force bridge that led to a room, a star-shaped room. And in that star-shaped room, many crystals formed into, the light from these crystals formed into a magical being that I think mostly Michael, Nikos communicated with and got a little bit of information from. After traversing that area, the party headed up through a trap door in that chamber into a chamber that had two living blades of disaster. These attacked the party, grievously injuring Fizwick. But you guys did defeat them and removed a magical crystal from above the door that seems to have a force field has now gone down, and there is a set of double doors ahead of you. Am I missing? Oh, you guys also last time performed the rite of the arcane octad in order to get in to the central spire in the first place, to get through the force field to be able to access.
Oh man,
this.
I missed it.
Yeah, you did. I meant to ask you, and I didn't, Ryan, but there were some bits about like reveal a secret. I think everyone had to reveal 2 secrets, kind of ish, because there was one thing that was like reveal a secret about yourself for all to hear, and then also like compel another to tell a secret. So anyway, you can feel free to think about that, Ryan. We've done a little bit of that before, but
I have
yeah.
no secrets.
No secrets. Okay.
Or you'll never know. I mean,
well, then you didn't get into the Spire.
I mean,
I'll let you think about that. You tell me at the break what your secret was.
I'm
okay?
shrunk. I'm shrunk now, though, right?
There is also that matter, and I believe it is all thanks to Grukvar, but it is based on Grukvar maintaining concentration, is it not?
That's true.
Okay.
Your penis is still
Incredible
bigger than
inflating elephant.
entire body.
There we go. Yep, you still have...
You heard it here, folks.
You
heard it here.
That marker up there.
You still do have the spear, but yes, you are now a mere, like, only 11 feet tall or something like that, instead of...
Is it half my feet? Half my height?
Yeah.
I think it is half, yeah.
So
I think
then
you
I
were
would be
21 or 22.
Yeah, I think 23 is my limit, or is it 21?
Yeah, I feel like the Vladimir Spark had a limit of 21 or 23
Yeah,
feet.
I'm still quite tall.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that the doorways are all and hallways are all like 10 feet in here. So definitely some ducking. The rooms themselves have ceilings of 30 feet tall, so you shouldn't be having too much trouble there. But we'll see how things go in terms of the concentration. Of course, if you're in a room and the ceiling is 30 feet tall, there is that. So yeah. Tristan, we did show the drawings last stream. I wish I still had it. I actually was cleaning up my slides today, so I don't have it. But yeah, you can check last session for the. I think we showed it at the break, if I remember correctly. McBluff's cool art. Yeah, but welcome everybody. We're glad you're with us as we are starting to near the end of this adventure. So, you guys defeated 2 living blades of disaster, and the crystal has been removed from above a door in a chamber that you are now in. Double doors lie ahead of you. Below you, the trap door that leads to the star-shaped chamber. What would you guys like to do? And I'll pull up the map here too.
Grukvar would like to put his ear to the door and listen for any sounds from inside.
Mm-hmm.
Does he hear anything?
No, you hear kind of like a sound of wind, I would say. Yeah.
Fizwick's messed up, and he's kind of trying to hide behind Drawn John. Just
Yep.
out of sight.
Sorry, I'm a slightly smaller hiding spot than I have been.
There we go.
Fizwick, are you visibly wounded?
He's down to let's say out of his 73 hit points, he's at 27. So yeah, I think he'd look a little.
So pretty cut up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's bleeding and stuff.
Grukvar offers you some ointment from a little jar he carries in his pouch. He takes a daub with it. It looks like
Rub it up. Put it right here.
I rub it on your chest, Fizwick. And,
Like Vicks?
No spoon.
A little Vapo rub.
yeah, a little vapor rub. And I rub it into your cuts.
Oh.
And let's see here. That's you would smell something like aloe.
Oh, so nice.
Now you need to start singing Soft Kitty.
Soft kitty, soft kitty. What?
That's a Big Bang Theory reference.
Yeah, I got it. This one is now very confused.
I didn't get it, but I liked your song.
I did too.
I was trying.
You have regained 12 hit points from that.
Ooh.
Thank you.
And how are you feeling now?
So a little, that's good. A little bit better. Not great, but better than I was.
Gruckvar also casts Cure Wounds on you. And there's some further healing, 9 points of hit points.
Oh,
gained.
yeah. I still feel like shit, but a little bit better.
You feel like you can continue to soldier on, Fizwick?
He does. He's still cowering, though.
Okay.
Still hiding behind the gigantic elephant.
I'll offer my back if you
He
want.
doesn't know if
you
he's
want to
hiding
piggyback.
behind a leg or another leg or...
You can climb up my back if you want to piggyback.
Oh, Fizwick's taking this opportunity. He quickly scurries up to the top, like a little turret that might with a little bow up there, maybe.
I love it. All right.
I love this. Fuzzy woolly man.
Would you guys
Sorry.
like to proceed out these double doors or head back? There was still some unexplored area down below, but if you want to move forward, that's fine too.
Gruckvar pushes open the doors.
Okay. Yeah, the doors do push open without any trouble. And let me go ahead and reveal here. You guys see a large chasm leading out across this large chasm is an opening to another room, and there appear to be a pretty small room with lots of doors.
How far away is the next area?
So it's about 25 feet across this chasm.
Can I toss a copper down there and see if we can wait to hear how deep it is?
Sure, you toss a copper and it bounces about 10 feet and just is suspended there in midair. And you definitely get the impression that this is similar to the force bridge that you encountered just one floor below in about the same spot. In fact, you can see it down there. You can
Peril
actually
just fly and walk across it and be like, hey, it's right here?
Sure, yeah. Federo lands right next to the copper and is kind of like prancing around.
Does he like leave little bird poop trails as he walks across so we could see where it is?
Yes, exactly. Just a big splatter of bird crap.
Birds.
Just perfectly laying out where you guys can stop.
Oddly, it's in the shape of an arrow.
But as you're standing here, looking across and examining, a creature steps out from this room and immediately confronts you. And find the picture here.
Whoa.
This creature speaks in Loros, which Professor Scant is able to translate for you along with Berlin, and calls out and says, "You are not welcome here." 2 steps forward, out onto the force bridge.
Is that a brain?
It is a brain. It says, "Your foul presence does not belong here." And it points specifically to Nikos and says, "You, a creature from the depths, I could sense you coming. Prepare to die. Everyone roll initiative.
23.
11.
25.
That would be a 3.
Dranyaj, then Fizwick. Then what did you get, Alex?
11.
11, okay. And Valen will go with you. So Grukvar, and then we've got Nikos. All right, and okay. So let me get back to the map here, and I think I have a token for this. I could have sworn I made one. Let me double check my folder here. Otherwise, I've got a good stand-in for it.
If you give me a few seconds, I can make you one.
I got it. I just found it. Okay. So, out onto the sky bridge there, the force bridge, we now see Veneranda, this creature, step out. So yeah, she's pointing at Nikos. What would you guys like to do?
How tall is this thing?
I'm gonna move you up here. If you threw a coin, you were probably up here. It's probably about 8 feet tall. 7. I would say 7.
Okay. We're in initiative, right?
Yes, we are in initiative, and it is Dranyaj.
Okay. How far away is he?
Oh, probably, I would say you could get to him in one turn and still have an action.
So he's like 30 feet?
Or her. Yeah.
Or her. It. The brain. Okay. So I'm gonna tell Fizwick sorry, and I'm gonna like shrug him off and then burst into water and show up right in front of him and try to plant my axes right in that glass dome of them.
Excellent.
I hate you.
I mean, I could have tried to take you with me, but you would have just ended up falling on your butt.
and very wet. All right. So, go ahead and roll that attack.
It is a 12 with one and a 17 with another.
All right. Okay, so wait, what are you aiming for here? What part?
The glass. So I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
appear up, like almost slightly higher than face height.
Yep.
To it, and then try to aim at its glass noggin.
All right. Yeah. So you do so. And what kind of damage? Those both hit, for the record.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So go ahead and roll your damage. And what kind of damage is it?
So that's
Man, on Owlbear Rodeo, you can zoom right into the art. I didn't realize the...
Yeah.
so that is
Pretty high def.
2 9s.
Okay.
And that's one attack as part of the Ghost Water Dive.
Okay. Yep.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to do my second attack.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a 15 and a 20, not natural, to hit.
All right. So that's in addition to the 2 9s, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so
then
18
that is
plus-
an 8 and a 10, so 18 additional damage.
Oh, okay. Sorry. The other ones were your attacks. Got it. Yeah. So, okay. So we had the 18 and then plus another 18. Is that right?
Plus another 18, yep.
Yep. Okay. And that was slashing damage, correct?
That is slashing damage, yep.
All right. Perfect.
And I'm dumb, and I didn't rage. I should have raged, but oh well.
So you just
Actually, never mind.
come out of nowhere and axes into this jar on its shoulders, and it's definitely cracked and leaking as it kind of roars out. You kind of feel as it roars out in pain, the reverberations like coming from the armor itself of its voice.
And then I think as part, I mean, I wouldn't stay suspended. I think I'd probably have enough seconds in my turn to actually land on my feet in front of him, but you can decide that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Yep. So you're standing right in front. The bridge is, for the record, you would probably know from down below, 10 feet wide, so it could fit 2 players, side by side here, for the record. All right. Very good. That brings us to Fizwick. Fizwick, you've just seen Dranyaj shrug you off and Ghostwater dive into this creature. What would you like to do?
I
After
apologized first.
he dusts himself off of the snow and he grabs his dagger and he looks over at Nikos and Grugfar says, "Watch this shit." And he flips his dagger up in the air, does a really cool twirl, grabs it at the back, and then launches it. And with the dagger, he casts catapult on the dagger. So they would have to make a dex save of 13 to avoid the catapult infused dagger of power that has kicked up a ton of like snow dust as it launches.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so dex save. Rolled a 16.
Of course he did.
Does it do any half damage or anything?
No, just you see the dagger go tink.
Yeah. Yeah, it like ricochets off the chest.
Doesn't matter.
All right. And it actually lands like right by Dranyaj on the ground. All right. Fizwick, do you want to move at all or do anything else?
Yeah, he's gonna take his bonus action and try to hide behind something, some rubble, or is there anything maybe?
Sure.
Here?
You can hide around the corner of the room if you would like.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so just like maybe right over here. All right. Sounds good. All right, that brings us to this creature. And this creature will first off attack with its longsword, Dranyaj. The first one is 17.
That does not hit.
Okay, and the second one is an 18.
Nope.
Okay. And then it will, let's see here. Well, then from the, from its head, it is going to, there's this kind of blast of energy that heads your way, and I need everyone. Let's see, make sure this would be everyone. Yep, it would be everyone to make me an intelligence saving throw. I'm going to say everyone except Valen and, yeah, probably, oh boy. It's hard to say if a wall would block this. No, I don't think a wall is going to block it. I need everyone to make that save, yep. Let me know what you... Okay, 14. So if you got a 14, you make the save. Let me know if you get under a 14.
Both
right.
Valen and Grugfar succeeded. A 24 for Valen and a 19 for Grugfar.
All right. And Fizwick, you made the save?
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. So yeah, there's this kind of blast of energy that you kind of can feel in your head, but it does not have the intended effect. All right. That is it. Now, it is Grugfar's turn.
This attacker brought attention specifically to Nikos. Pointed to Nikos.
Yeah.
If I turn slightly, Grugfar turns slightly to look at Nikos. Do I notice anything in particular? different about Nikos?
I don't know. I don't think so, but Nikos, what do you think?
Nothing that hasn't already been described up to this point.
Okay, so the fingers I remember are something we've discussed, and
So he's got like 3 fingers now since this morning, and his skin was leathery, but that was like a couple of weeks ago. Like he's just like ever since the journey from 10 towns, there's been a lot of changes, but like recently, no, the latest one would have been the fingers this morning.
okay. Grugfar, what's the distance here? About 25 feet to the enemy here?
Yeah.
Grugfar runs out and swings his warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
12.
All right, and are you aiming for the armor, the head?
I'm aiming for the armor, the leg specifically, the knees.
Okay. Yep, nice. All right, and what'd you roll?
12.
That is not enough to hit.
Okay. As a bonus action, I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And appearing proximal to me, maybe even floating off the side of the invisible bridge,
Yeah.
is a spectral weapon. And with it, I attempt a melee attack against this creature.
Nice. Yep.
19.
Oof, not quite enough to hit.
Wow. Okay.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Whoa.
What? Shit
All
just
right.
got real. Did you say 19 doesn't hit him?
Yep. All right. So, yeah, it just doesn't appear to penetrate this very beefy armor, plate armor. All right.
Then, in that case, Valen peeks around the edge of the open doorway and casts Witch Bolt. And
Nice.
it's loading right now. Come on.
Alex is running
I
off
don't know,
some
which
sketchy
bolt?
internet tonight.
Yeah. Let's see here. +6 for her. All right. 24. That hits. Right?
That hits, yes, that hits.
Okay.
Woo!
Oh wait, where did you aim where the 19 didn't hit?
His knees or hers,
Oh.
her knees.
Wait, so does 19 hit anywhere else? Like, I didn't know we could like call out body parts now. Like, what was?
So, I'll just tell you the head seemed like it was a little more vulnerable than the armor. You would have noticed,
Cineglass.
like just
Because
based on
Cineglass
what
had-
you've observed so far. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, what's your damage on that?
18.
Ellen? All right. 18 points of damage. Dang. All right. And good. All right. That brings us. Anything else, Nikos? I mean, Grukvar. Sorry.
No.
All right. Good. So yeah, Valin fires her spell. Seems to definitely have an effect. Staggers it back just a bit, and now it is Nikos' turn.
Nikos will rush out the door, and as he does so, mid rush, just as he gets to the entrance of the doors, he's gonna flick both his hands downwards, and I'm gonna cast a quicken fly spell, and sort of basically just move upwards and forwards to gain elevation, saying to this creature, "You have some audacity to start calling me names, you abomination!" And I'm going to launch a firebolt directly down towards it.
Nice. So you're up in the air right now, above the bridge.
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, that. I was gonna say that lingered on an 18 and then tipped over to a 4.
Oh, shoot.
So that is a 13 to hit.
Okay, are you aiming for what?
I'm aiming for the glass shell on the
That
top.
is a hit.
Ooh. Okay.
What a
I dig
stupid
that.
way to build a big armored thing. Let's just put a fucking fishbowl with a brain on the top.
Look, I ain't complaining. All right, so that is garbage damage, but 5 points of fire damage as the firebolt explodes on the glass.
Okay. Yep, and let's see. Okay, very good. Yeah, it's definitely like starting to lose liquid in this jar. All right, that brings us to Dranyaj.
All right. So for my bonus action, I'm going to rage.
Yep.
And then for my action, I'm going to once again Ghost Water Dive. I know I'm supposed to disappear into nothing, but I like to imagine that I just like flooshed like Abyss style between his legs, legs, and then up behind its back, facing his back. I'm going to use my one attack or my single attack action this time to aim at the head again.
Yep.
That is a 27 to hit.
All right, that hits.
And a natural 20 for a total of 30 to hit.
Dang. All right.
So for the natural 20, it is, let's see, 17.
All right.
And for the other, it is a 13.
All right.
So 30 total.
Sweet. So yeah, your axe attacks just smash the glass, and the brain just goes flying out of this jar, and it lands like roughly. Well, let's just say it lands right about there, conveniently. All right.
So then I guess I would like, I don't know, can I, this might count as too many things, but can I, as I materialize an attack, can I kind of like, instead of landing on the ground behind him, like land with my knees on his back?
Yeah, I mean, I think you. Well, I don't know if you'd be able to like attack the head and then land with your knees on its back, considering it is like a larger creature. I mean, you are a larger creature. Yeah, I just think mechanically, like that would be like attacking and then also grappling or trying to knock it prone, basically.
So, yeah. So then I guess I would just sort of appear behind him.
Yeah. All right. Very good. That brings us to Fizwick. The armor is still standing, holding a sword in a ready position. Fizwick, what would you like to do?
But the brain, the head's been disconnected. The brain.
Yeah. Yep.
I think now's a good time for fire.
I'm gonna burn this motherfucker. So we cast bonfire, right? Is the brain still connected like an umbilical, or is it?
No. No. It's just sitting there.
Yeah, bonfire on it. Why
On
not?
his next turn, he just reels the brain in.
All right. Yep. So, does it need to make? Okay. So let me just
Back to
narrate that
13
for you.
again.
Yeah. It starts to burn.
Oh,
Yep.
that was that. I go back to hiding.
Okay. Yep. It definitely is cooking.
What does it smell like?
Yeah, like menudo.
Like the gas station. It smells like the gas station.
All right. That brings us to the enemy. The brain does not move. It is on fire, and the suit of armor turns around and is going to attack. It's going to attack Grukvar and Dranyaj, actually. So first attack on Grukvar is a 9. Second attack on Dranyaj is Oh man, can't hit you guys. 16, I think. I can't see because the big die is in the way. Move out of the way. Come on, D&D Beyond. There we go. It's not doing the math. I don't know if you guys ever have that, but sometimes it just doesn't do the math for me. I think I probably have to hit refresh. Anyway, they both miss. Let me just make sure I can't do anything else here. Blast! No. All right. That is my turn. And, yeah. That brings us to Grukvar.
The brain isn't moving. It's on the ground burning.
Yes.
The suit of armor, does it look like it's competently in control of its actions? Is it kind of wobbling around, or is it?
It does. It doesn't appear to have changed at all. Yeah. Yep.
Why do they write it like this? There's a brain. The brain gets knocked out. It's still moving. I'm sorry. I can't help it. This is awful.
Maybe they might be two pals that are working together, kind of like.
I know you're watching it. That was
just
dumb.
So it might have helped.
Master Blaster situation.
It's like
might have
10
helped
brains
if
stacked
I-
on top
I
of
mean-
each other.
It might have helped if I actually made their initiative on their separate. I was supposed to roll initiative for each of them separately. I chose not to just because
so
I
it's
like
like
to keep things
Krang
moving.
from this is Krang from
Ninja Turtles.
TMNT.
Turtles with the dude in the little thing in his stomach. Okay,
Dang it.
I take it back. That's cool.
I'm gonna push the suit of armor off the bridge.
All right, opposed strength roll. Oh, I almost got a natural 20, and then it rolled over to a 2.
Oof.
19.
All right. You push this suit of armor off the bridge.
Yay!
No, there's no noise. It just falls down. Yep. All right. Goodbye, suit of armor.
Can I peek over the edge? Can I peek over the edge and watch it? I'm curious, how far down is that?
It's probably a good 60 feet, and it kind of like smashes down on a lower part of where the spire kind of comes together, in like a joint. And thank you.
You could see it falling with the thumbs up. He swear he saw it. Like,
Yeah, and it actually falls, and if you guys are looking, you can actually see it like moving still and trying to climb back up. But it would take a while if it ever makes it.
Dang.
All right. So that ends combat. Nikos, there is a brain and just shattered glass and liquid all over the bridge. The liquid smells kind of gross. Like nothing you've ever smelled before.
there's literally a brain just right here for him.
Oh yeah, Nikos
Not his
doesn't
name
hesitate.
anymore.
It's been
Nikos swoops down, and as he does so, he reaches down and grabs hold of the brain. Now, normally Nikos has been kind of like, you know, he's been putting it in his bag. He's been chopping off like little pieces. He's been kind of like not cooking it, but like preparing it in some way. But this is the first time you've seen Nikos sort of just bite into this brain, almost like an apple or a melon. As he places it in his mouth, he just opens it. His jaw distends, his tongue lashes around it, and pulls it into his mouth. With this sickening crunch and squish, Nikos begins to consume the brain. As this happens, Nikos grabs hold of his head and then bends over. As this happens, a splitting pain begins to rush all over his body, and he starts to feel warm, like super hot. He unravels some of the robes around his neck and throws back his hood. As he does so, you see now like the full scope of what Nikos has been going through. No longer is there a human head at all, but like this almost bulging, very, very grotesque looking head. And bit by bit, bits of Nikos begin to slaw off and onto the bridge. As this happens, even the bones from his jaw fall off and onto the bridge, and underneath, several long, large, twisted tentacles erupt from his open maw, taking over and completing his transformation. Nikos the Gratal is no more.
And standing before you is a rather different-looking version of Nikos. The brain consumed. He rises from his knees, still in some visible pain, but looking rather different. Ahead of you, you do see, Dranyaj especially, a room with several doors. But what would you guys like to do?
I'm going to take several steps closer to Grukvar and stand sort of dumbfounded at what I just saw. Well, not dumbfounded. I guess there's been some preparation, right? But like with axes out just in case.
Mm-hmm.
The Mind Flayer looks down at its hands almost as if testing to see the full reach of its control. He begins to clench his fist and then open his fingers one at a time on each hand, then twisting his wrists before looking around. These inky black squid-like eyes gazing not just at the entourage of people around him, but beyond as well. Fascinating. I thought the process would be over much quicker. It appears the will was still strong, but that is no more. He looks like he's looking for something. Yes. The woman. I reach backwards towards the doorway. Can Valin make me a will save?
Mm-hmm. Wisdom save?
Yes, wisdom save, sorry.
You got it, Alex, or do you want me to roll it?
21.
21?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to use... Where is it here? Okay. 21. I think that should be enough. I think the DC's on the 18. There's this force that starts exuding into Valin's mind. She hears this voice telling her to bring the book of Yithrin to Nikos.
Oh, is this the Codicil of White, or?
Oh, the Codicil of White, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She kind of says, what are you trying to do? And I would imagine she steps forward to kind of bolster and support her friends in case this goes wrong. Are you still there, Nikos?
Nikos. Yes, that is what this husk designated itself. But you never truly understood where Nikos came from. I am here, but I have always been here. But I have also not been the man you call Nikos. I am... And as he says these words, it's almost as if there's like this piercing, splitting noise that sort of garbles the words, of which one of the most clear and outstanding bits in the middle of this phrase is the word Nikos. As he speaks his true name to you. But the person you knew as Nikos Tamalios is no more.
And what are your
Much-
intentions?
He looks to you and says, "My intentions are, as always, the betterment of the world. I seek to improve it and its standing. I seek to change the world for the better."
Whose definition of better?
Better minds, for certain.
How much would, I mean, I guess, how much would we know about mind flayers? DM, is that something that you want us to decide, or is that something that...
I think Grugfar would have a good sense of what a mind flayer is.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, Grakova definitely would.
By nature of being a Duergar and having a long-standing history of conflict. I mean, that's, to put it lightly, between his people and mind flayers.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have specific questions, Ryan, I mean, I can decide what you would know, but yeah, certainly Grukvar would have a pretty good knowledge. Not a happy, not happy thoughts.
You'd see Grukvar tighten his grip on his warhammer and say, "The Nikos we know is long gone now. All there's left is this squid before us."
Brave words coming from you, rock troll.
Oof,
He
that's
says,
fighting words.
He says, "I have no desire to kill you, but only because I do not see the need to crush ants before me. I seek one thing and one thing alone, and that is the continuation of my great work. The question remains as to will you be an obstacle, or will you take your rightful place as your people knew where it was?" He directs that directly at Grukvar.
"I won't stand in your way," says Grukvar, and he steps to the side and gestures as if to say, "Go on, go ahead."
There's a pit next to you.
I'm right up against it.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say. You sure you want to step aside? He
Go on,
says-
go ahead!
There we go.
How wide is it? Like 10 feet wide?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, 10 feet wide.
So, what happened to Nikos?
As Fizwick steps to the side, he says, "He is gone." And I gesture at the bits of flesh that remain on the ground, just kind of like in a pile on the bridge.
Fizwick grabs his stone that him and Nikos communicate to. We haven't used it for a long time. I think we call it a sending stone.
Mm-hmm.
And he whispers into the stone, "Nikos?"
I'd probably actually say that the sending stone would be in the flesh, because Nikos, Nikos would definitely have had it on like near his ear, or like just by his head as like kind of so he could always hear it and always respond to it. So you would hear it coming from the pile.
That's depressing.
Oh, all the video just left.
Oh, yes,
Oh, wow.
my video's gone.
Oh, sorry. My bad,
Nikos
guys.
cast darkness.
I cannot minimize zoom. That does not work that way.
Oh, there you go.
While Fizwick is having these conversations, I would also kneel down or bend down to Grukvar's level and say, are you sure about this? It seems like he's up to no good. His intentions sound as close to evil as I could imagine. Selfish and destructive. And you just step aside and let him go on his way?
Knowing that Nikos can hear us, Grukvar says, He's right. It's no use. He's too powerful. I say, let's let him have his way. Let him go on ahead.
Bullshit. Nikos was our friend. I'll eat my own shit before he walks out of here.
He's gone, Fizwick. He told you himself. He's gone.
Villain says the transformation has been a long time coming.
Yes. I would thank this particularly thick cocoon for protecting me up until this point, but it has now served its purpose. Nikos will land on the bridge. I won't deactivate the fly spell. I'll just kind of come down. And as he does so, he basically steps on the flesh that he's landed on. And he gestures out his hand. I will continue on my way. But the book is non-negotiable. And,
Villain.
he holds it. He holds his hands out expectantly.
The Codicil of White served its purpose in getting us into the Caves of Hunger. I don't think it's any good anymore. And she tosses it to you. Have at it.
Dronyaj
Nikos
is. Oh, I was just Dronyaj is like panicking now. He has no idea like what to think. Grukbar is saying, "Go on, do your thing," and Valin is handing him a book that potentially has so much power. He grips his axe handles and growls, and he's not sure what to do.
Nikos will use Mage Hand and sort of catch the book in midair, then float it around in front of him, and then open the book. As he does so, he begins to swift through the pages. And as he does so, he says, "So the brain wasn't lying. The power is here." He looks at all of you and then slams the book shut. I offer to you a one-time proposal. Your goals and mine seem to align for the time being. I have searched the mind of this creature that we have just encountered. And I've learned much about this tower, much that would be of use to you in your current mission. Oriel has no bearing on my own ultimate goal, but I seek something within the tower. Help me attain it and bypass the traps here, as well as the Guardians. And I will allow you to continue unabated. All I ask in return is a scepter, a staff that was once wielded by Iliolathis. I have 4 tentacles for a tongue. I can't say this anymore.
We'd be a fool to give you this staff not knowing what it'll do. That's a tall order you're making.
Indeed
We
it
can get the
is, says
staff
Villain.
when we're out of here. We don't need to make him any stronger than he already is. We just lost one of our party members, so we're not giving him any benefits.
As Fizwick kind of ruffles through the remains to pick up the other sending stone.
You will find the following. Let me tell you what's on his person. You'll find the sending stone. You will find... I actually wrote this down. What does Nikos drop? The sending stone. You find a bag of holding. You find the
There's
Shardlin gauntlet. You find the bag of holding has a bunch of like gems and stuff like that. And you find.
There's a gauntlet.
Yeah, the
Yeah, the
Shardling
Shardland. Yeah, the Shardland
Fizwick
gauntlet.
puts on the gauntlet.
Ooh.
Ooh. Um. Yeah, but that is what you find.
And there's a little bit of his clothing left over that he takes and kind of
Is my dagger in that in that pile too?
He wraps
is
it
on.
around like a bandana around his head.
You said the dagger is in the pile?
It is not. No.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. Just all the small sundry items are in there.
All right.
I know you'll tell us only your own version of the truth, but what is the nature of this staff you're seeking?
Nikos looks to you and kind of processes what you've asked. I'm not sure I feel comfortable adhering to the requests of one of your kind, but I suppose if it is to further my own goals. Nikos raises his hand and sort of gestures, and I'm going to use Snow Shape to basically just pull like water and snow from the surrounds in order to create a small diorama of Yithrin. Sorry, not Yithrin. Well, yeah, actually Yithrin, the whole city itself. And Nikos says, the creature has said that long ago, the city of Yithrin was a proud city belonging to the wizards and spellcasters seeking to reach the pinnacle of spellcaster and knowledge. They investigated and searched for many rare artifacts, even deep here beneath the sea of moving ice, where they found the spindle. And I present an object which looks exactly like the spindle that Grukvar and Fizwick found on the first floor. The difference being is that Nikos has never seen it before, but he creates almost like a perfect replica of that spindle. Apparently, the wizards here did not understand the power in which they wielded, and foolishly began to conduct their own ill-conceived experiments, which, unfortunately for them, went awry when they unleashed an anti-magic aura from within the artifact. It spread throughout the city, and you watch as the city itself starts to crumble and fall apart. The magics would no longer be able to sustain the Milatha, the shielding that protected this city, and it crashed into the rugged glacier. Ariolathis, one of the greatest wizards of the city, bound himself to a number of different magics, and his scepter, along with the use of it, was able to harness the power of time itself. Wielding this power is a great strain, one that the city itself no longer had the power to wield, but I now do. We shall go to the sanctum of Ariolathis, and in exchange for the scepter, or the staff, I will reverse the damage done to Icewind Dale.
Do you mean to say you'll turn off the endless winter and revert to normal natural seasons?
Never said that.
Well,
What
that
I
is our
said,
goal.
well, if you feel as though you are ready to face Oriel in her full strength while winter runs rampant, then by all means. What I offer is the ability to undo the damage that she had done. There is no point fighting a war over a dead land.
Well, it's not dead yet to us. We live here, and many that we know live here as well.
For a Duragar, you're very short-sighted. But such is my offer. This is the power of the staff and the power that can be wielded.
I am the last one who would argue for not undoing the mistakes of the past. However, there's a reason it is in the past, and there's a reason we strive to move forward. Undoing damage that has been done seems fruitless unless you are going to move forward into a truly better world, and it sounds like what you have in mind is only better in your eyes. This is too much power for one person to wield.
Oh, I apologize. Did I give you the impression that we were one person?
I smell a rumble.
There is no such thing as a lone illithid. We are connected. We are all connected. There is no fighting one.
I only see one before me.
I think Grokvar would know about the illithid hive mind, wouldn't you? Yeah, yeah.
Because what he's saying is his mind is shared with all of his kind. At least that of his immediate, well, I'd call it tribe. I don't think it's what he'd call it. And he speaks not only for the physical body you see in front of you, but for all his brethren. You're making a lot of demands for someone who to us is a stranger. So this is what I'm saying. If you work with us and we're able to leave Ythrin alive, then you too get to leave with your life. That's the offer on the table. This staff, I can't speak for it. I don't know enough about it. I'd be a fool to give it to you. What say you, Nikos? Nikos the squid.
Squid. Squiddy, Squidderson.
Nikos considers the offer. Escape Ythrin together, and leave the staff off the table, as it were. Nikos says, "You speak as though we are not acquainted, but we have known each other for much longer than you know, and I know everything about you, all of you." He says, looking specifically at Fizwick.
No, my search history is shit.
But I do know that, Grokvar, you tend to lie quite a lot for no apparent reason. But you also know when you are beat. And I see a wounded dog when I see one. Oh, sorry, I know a wounded dog when I see one. I will take you up on your offer. We will work only for the intention of leaving this place. And when and if the staff becomes an object of import, we'll deal with that later. For now, I have no intention to fall victim to the machinations of a dead wizard. So, an uneasy alliance it is.
Fair enough.
Nikos will. I'll keep flying, but I'm gonna kind of like just hover off the ground, just above the ground.
Mm-hmm. All right. You guys see before you 8 doors. Each one has a symbol over it. Grokvar, why don't you go ahead and make me an intelligence check? And Fizwick can too.
7.
Okay. Fizwick and Valin can too.
21.
Okay.
I'm a smarty McSmarty pin smart pants.
11 for villain.
Okay. Yeah, Fizwick, you would definitely notice that each of these symbols above the door represent the 8 schools of magic. And Nikos just is already, like, knows this place.
That's child's play to him.
Fizwick starts to explain, oh, these are... And Nikos is just like, shut up.
Nikos' eyes can't roll, so... All right. Using the memories from the brain in a jar that we fought, do I know which way would lead upwards?
Well, yeah, you would definitely know that you could get up from the
Okay, so
room
before you give me
ahead.
an answer, I actually do need to make a check to draw its knowledge.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
So let me do that real quick. That is a 22. So that, yes. So I
Yeah.
do get one piece of useful information.
Okay. Yep, so you would know that the room ahead does lead up. Is one way.
I will gesture at this door and say that this is the way forward.
All right.
After you.
I don't take orders from pachyderms.
Well, then I guess we're standing here and doing nothing.
Oh, well, unfortunately for you, my lifespan is much longer, and as far as I can tell, I have a renewable food source.
I think that would be
Well, I'm
Well,
not sure how you
recognize-
think biology works, but
So is Nikos the only one of us who actually knows what these symbols mean then?
Fizwick does too.
Fizwick?
Fizwick,
Yep. Each of them represents the 8 schools of magic. And, yeah, so...
Velen would ask, I think, for direction from Fizwick as to which one of them would symbolize necromancy.
Fizwick is a genius. He would give you the exact right answer you were looking for.
Yes, he would.
that one. Also, which symbol did I point to when I said pushing forward?
Whichever one you think.
Oh,
It could
okay.
be any school of magic. You choose.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna roll for that.
Destruction of fire.
Okay.
and it's necromancy.
Abjuration, conjuration, divination.
All right.
So divination's the one I'm going for.
Nice.
I actually have a D. Sorry, were there 8 schools of magic?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I rolled the wrong dice.
Now, here's the other thing.
Same.
There is a draconic inscription above that reads, Nikos and Velen, I think, are the only ones who read draconic. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Speak thy master's name and enter, is what it says above the doors in larger writing.
Like above all of the doors.
Yeah, so lining the far wall of the hall are 8 doors, each marked with a different arcane symbol. On the wall above them is etched an inscription in Draconic, and it says, "Speak thy master's name and enter."
Master.
Loving pile.
I believe the name would likely refer to Ilio. Yep, that guy. I'd tell them that I can't pronounce it, apparently, so somebody else can try and say it.
Is there
Leo Larthus?
this script that says "Speak your master's name"? Is it once per door?
No,
that
it is written above all the
All of them,
doors,
yeah.
like in larger writing, or not, maybe not all of them, but anyway, central, covering most of the doors, or most of the wall above the doors.
But it's written in Draconic, not the native language, which is interesting.
Hmm.
What is draconic for magic?
Do you remember there was that one tower we went in, and there was I'm trying to think what school of magic this is, but there was a statue of a mage, and it was a statue of her casting the spell.
Oh, was that the one where she was tipped over?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
The transmutation tower.
yeah.
She
I
was
believe it
made of
was.
steel.
Adamantium. Yeah.
Adamantine. Yeah.
And her name was like, oh man, I was looking at this. I thought I had this written down, but it was like Metyrus or
Yep.
start with an H.
Yep, you got it. Metaltra.
Metaltra.
Yep.
It
And
just sounds like songs from a Metallica cover.
Metaltra.
So good.
And she was a transmuter.
Yeah.
Here's another song, Transmuter. Sorry.
All right, Grugvar is going to walk up to the door for transmutation and speak her name
Okay.
aloud.
Yes. So, yeah, so you open it and it's darkness, but as soon as you speak the name, you kind of step through the doorway and it is not darkness to you anymore. You can now see. And what you see is a vortex of glowing stars hangs in the air inside this chamber, slowly rotating on its axis. As the constellations move, they cast radiant starlight across the walls. 8 high-backed chairs, each bearing a different arcane symbol, face this starry miasma. And now I will...
So wait,
show you guys what
all
you
the
see.
doors open onto one room?
That is correct.
Oh boy.
And... Oh, hold on one second here. Sorry, let me move something out of the way. And there we go. All right.
But Nikos, you said it was divination that we were shooting for, right?
Well,
No.
Grukvar walked through the transmutation door.
Yeah.
Which is obviously this one right here. So Grukvar,
Yes, definitely.
this
that
is what you see.
Okay.
one. Do I know the divination
matter.
master?
I don't know if you would. If you want
From
to actually,
the,
if you want to roll for that, actually.
Do we
yeah.
read any of that stuff in the library at all? I can't remember if we did or not. Maybe we
I
did.
don't think you did in the library. I think there are a couple. So you guys do remember a name scrawled across the walls of one of the towers? Ivira is my name. Something like, yeah, I don't know. Basically, it was written in blood and wine, and you could tell she was going crazy. If you remember that one,
yeah.
that one was
Tower.
that one was illusion.
Okay. So that's
Oh,
I
I
think
kind of
that
want to go
might.
back and find all the names now.
I think that might be the only other one that you guys had. I'm surprised you remembered that one, Grukvar, because I don't know how you guys got that one, but
well,
yeah.
I gotta be honest. I just kind of remembered like the general sound of it. I didn't really remember her name, but I guess theoretically we could all run back out of the tower and then run back out
And go have a
one of
look.
those towers and look.
yeah. Can we go back to the library?
Nico's got a 20 for relevant information, which
Okay.
is a success.
Yeah. So, what were you going for?
I would still go for the divining one. So
Yeah.
if I know the name of the divining master.
Yeah, you would remember through the brain that you sucked. You can divine that the high diviner was Appius.
I say Appius. And
Okay.
walk through the door.
Yes, you do.
Well, I'm
There
pretty
we go.
sure I wasn't in the tower with Ivira's name in it. So, can elephants twiddle their thumbs? I don't know.
I will say that Valin is going to walk through the same one as Grukvar and say, Metaltra, and walks in.
Okay, that seemed to work. I'll follow Nikos and say Appius.
I am the Appius one here. Okay.
In the pursuit of Appius.
All right. Fizwick, do you follow them?
This feels awfully like those trials. And last time I won one of those, I didn't get much.
You could try Ivira.
True.
Or maybe it's just it's not a serious issue, and you just run to the door in
Fizwick
front of you and
gets
see what
one of the-
happens.
Conjuration one and say the word that everybody else has been saying.
To a different door, though?
Conjuration.
Okay. Yep, that's this one right here. And you say Meltatra or Appius?
Yeah. The
Okay.
Metaltra.
Metaltra.
Metaltra. Metaltra.
You walk through this door, and
Nikos just shoots you like the filthiest glare.
and
Suck it, anti-Nikos.
everyone but Fizwick sees a spiky creature appear, and Fizwick, you see nothing, utter blackness,
Can we see Fizwick?
and you can just barely see Fizwick there, and that's where we're going to take a break.
Anti-Nikos. That's Dark Nikos. This is where he gets a second action figure.
Yes, this is it.
Yeah,
this
that's
is the
it.
moment.
Yeah.
The Dark Nikos.
I do want to recognize, like, this was a moment. Like, we didn't get a TPK. We didn't get a traditional character death, but this was a character death.
Yeah.
And that sucks. Yeah. So
It does, and
Yeah.
you know, like even changing it up a little bit, like those little bits and pieces, it's just like it's really hard.
yeah,
Are we going to break? Like,
yeah. Let's go to break. All right, we'll be back soon, guys. Make sure you check out Hero Forge, HeroForge.com. Thanks for their sponsorship, and we'll be back soon.
I will absolutely do so. So Jasper's Game Day is a wonderful charity that raises funds to help provide resources in the effort again, to help with suicide prevention. Sometimes things are tough, things are difficult, and doing things on your own is hard. This provides people resources to be able to get the help that they need, and even just being able to reach out and talk and gain this kind of help is what Jasper's Game Day is all about. I uh apparently group can't hear Nate. They hear nothing. We're muted, maybe.
I can hear you.
No, that's okay.
I can hear you.
Nope. Nope. Is it just Nate or is it everyone?
Okay, it was just me that I think
Yep.
that people couldn't hear. So anyway,
Okay.
basically
cool. Yeah,
I
so-
said, thanks for hanging with us. Now, Michael, tell us about your Jasper's Game Day thing.
So there we
And then
go.
you heard him telling you.
Okay, good. All right. So Jasper's Game Day is a wonderful charity. They're currently doing a whole bunch of like events to raise money for Jasper's Game Day. Right now, D&D Beyond all of this week are going to be running games to raise funds for the charity. Next week we're going to be doing the Aussie edition, which will be running to do pretty much the same thing and raise money for a wonderful cause. To kick off the Australian time zone, we're having a massive event on May the 13th EST. What we're doing is we're doing a Worlds Collide. Myself and 3 other Australian performers, the Dreaded GM and Robert Hartley GM, are actually having our multiverses collide. So all of our homebrew worlds are going to be interacting with each other during this big, massive special event where we're taking a group of characters and not just playing in one world, but all of them. And we're actually having these characters teleport not just from the world, but from the channel as well. And we're also going to be swapping GMs. So we're going to be starting off in Dreaded GM's channel in his world. Then the group is going to teleport to Robert's channel and Robert's world, where he's then going to GM. Then they're going to be teleported to my world for the finale, where I will then take the GM seat and conclude our 12-hour marathon. It is an epic show. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We have AJ Winters and Ellie Bean from Roll to Cast that are going to be joining us, and we've also got special guests, Luke Gygax for our first game, Felix Ernich from Dingo Doodles for the second game, and Guys Glanders for my game, wrapping us all up. So we've got some massive guests, awesome things, huge, wonderful rewards for the audience to interact with the chat and with the audience. And all for a good cause. So if you're free, for Aussies, it's on Saturday. For the folks in the US, it's Friday night. If you guys are willing and want to come check something cool out, come check out our really cool event that we're doing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Jasper's Game Day is a really cool organization. Gaming focused, but for the cause of suicide prevention. So super important. And yeah, check it out. Mark your calendars. Good. And also give a shout out to my man Will, who's selling dice over at his Darksea workshop. Slanging them dice, those sparkly dice. Just got done with the killer sale that recently ended, but you're still in luck, folks, because there's a 10% off code down in the video description for Darksea Workshop dice. So go check them out. Support an independent killer craftsman. Seriously, guys, these things are sparkly. Just hand sands these things to the brightest, shiniest finish I have ever seen on a die. So, check them out.
Thanks, man.
How does that thing sound when you roll it on the table, Nate? That looks like it sounds like
Yeah,
a
let's hear a
pretty big
clunk on
thump.
Let me tell you,
Nice.
it's got a good thunk to it. This one also happens to have a ship inside of it.
Good
Whoa.
solid
Do with all that
decision maker.
thump, all that thump.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're not gonna.
Elias just sent a shipment off in a caravan to Dale Wallum here.
Dang right.
So there's a caravan headed over to him right now.
Nice.
Little package in there.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah.
Or has Elias become like somebody real in your life, Will?
I don't know. I guess Elias has been with Darksea Workshop since like the beginning, I think. Like,
Yeah. These characters are.
Yeah, like it wasn't long before we started live streaming, and then
Look at that.
I actually
Awesome.
created finished all the ideas and stuff, and then Nate's the one that came up with Elias. I just said, you know,
Yeah.
You're gonna
Oh,
have to make
cool
what's his like
fantasy.
Moondiver or something. You're gonna have to make
Elias
some
Moondiver.
make a set of dice that's just his signature works.
The Moondiver.
Did that letter with the steel come with your die?
Yeah, this
Nate,
one
when you
came with
received
my
it?
dice. This one's from Fizwick, but sometimes it's Elias who sends them. So,
Wow.
yeah. Anyway, good stuff. All right. So, yeah, thanks for your support, Dale, of Will's awesome work. All right, let's get going with the game here. We have a creature that has just appeared before your eyes. And yeah, what would you guys like to let's just say actually, everyone roll initiative.
Are those 15-foot squares?
They are 5-foot squares.
Or, that's what I meant. Jeez.
except for me, do I roll initiative?
Yeah, you roll initiative too.
Ugh.
15.
18. Oops, sorry.
Go ahead.
21.
Alex.
15.
Okay, and you got 18, Ryan?
18, yeah.
Okay. So,
Also 18.
all right, I'll let you guys decide who goes first.
My dex is +2.
My dex is also +2. My dex is
crap.
15.
So is mine.
What's your wisdom?
11. So
Mine
plus
is
0.
also 11. All right, call it. Heads or tails?
Tails.
Heads is blue. Red is tails. So you're red.
Tails.
All right, tails. So red. Okay. Yeah. It is
Gone.
it's gone. All right, so I'll go first, and then Dronyaj.
Okay. So, we've got...
That point is actually super hard. I hurt my thumb.
Was that like a star?
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
yeah, you did it just right, and it's like,
Yeah, right. Like I hit my nail. It's like
Side?
it's actually the coin that you got from the Fable 3 anniversary. The Fable 3 pre-order.
Mm.
So yeah, it's actually I've still got this coin. I still use it mostly because and if anyone from the developing team of Fable 3 is watching this, this disgusts me, which is why I keep it, because the game at the halfway point effectively just becomes a coin toss, and they have the legit audacity to give you a coin that you could literally play the entire second half of the game with. I was so angry. I was so annoyed. And if you've played Fable 3, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like,
Oh man, did I play that one? I don't
did for a
remember.
while, and I got so fed up with how goofy it was that I just quit.
is this like a
Yeah.
yes/no system?
basically, yeah, it's like do you want to be a jerk or do you want to be a good person?
I got to the point
mandate
where I
over
had-
your kingdom, and then it was literally like nothing you did mattered because it led to the one ending. But they
I
gave you a
got
coin
to the
flip
point
for it.
where there was a quest that centered around like some farmer's wife was cheating on him, and so I had to do like I was like, this is stupid. I quit.
All right, Fizwick, you hear in front of you like and yeah. What would you like to do? You're in darkness.
Do I hear anything moving in the room?
Sure. You hear like probably a pop in front of you. Just like
How far away?
you can't really tell, but it sounds pretty close.
Fizwick is going to cast a bonfire about 10 feet in front of him.
Okay.
Or no, he's gonna cast a bonfire right on this icon you have here.
Yeah. So go ahead and actually, okay, so I have to make a dex save, right?
Yes, sir. 13.
Okay. So I'm making that with advantage because he can see and you can't. But let's see how this goes here. I did not make it. Oh wait, no, with advantage. Hold on. Nope, I did not make it. All right. bonfire on this
Bring the
creature.
heat and burn the unseen meat.
You're like, I really hope that wasn't Grukvar.
Just hear, ow, ow, ow.
All right.
What's the damage?
How much?
9.
Okay, very good.
Pretty low.
All right.
Wait,
That
isn't
brings us.
fire damage.
Yes. It is fire damage.
Yeah, you cast bonfire is all you know. But resistance. Yeah. So you cast bonfire. The rest of you do see that Fizwick has cast bonfire, and this creature does not appear to be bothered by this fire.
Bonus
It's
action.
kind of laughing
sorry.
from inside. All right, go ahead. Bonus
Bonus
action.
action. Can I dive behind these guys?
Yeah, I would say you could probably go to where you think they are and stumble that way. You would provoke an opportunity attack from this creature, but you might not know that. I'll let you decide.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Okay. Yep, actually, you could use a bonus action to disengage, and then just move over here.
Okay.
Good?
Thank you.
All right, so yeah, you run into an elephant, basically, and, like, feel your way around to, like,
Oh,
let me get on your backside there.
Giant dong.
Luxodon.
Oh, wait.
Sorry, not an
What's
elephant.
the dong?
Luxodon.
What's the dong?
Yeah, I mean, you're at about that level. All right, next up. This creature is going to... Actually, yeah, I feel like probably it's going to get an opportunity attack on you because you're blinded. I don't think you're going to be able to truly disengage. Okay, but it misses. All right. That brings us to this creature, which is now going to lunge over toward Dranyage, cackling all the way, and it is going to attack with its tail. And it rolls a natural 1, and then it is going to attack Nikos with its claw, and that is going to be a 22 to hit.
22 will hit. But let me just check something real quick.
Yep.
There we go. That is a yes. I'm going to use as a reaction because I can see it. I'm going to use shield.
Okay. Yep, you managed to do so. It will roll with disadvantage then, or how does that work?
No, it just
Or
gives
just-
me a +5 to my AC.
Oh, okay,
So
sweet.
it will just not hit me.
Yep. So 9 points of damage into this magical shield that does nothing. All right, that effectively blocks it. All right, that brings us to Fizwick. I'm sorry, no, Fizwick just went. Nikos, it is your turn.
Nikos, like seeing the invisible creature as it sort of tried to claw at him, he just kind of raises his hands. You guys can kind of see like the claw sort of half manifesting as it hits this shield. Nikos does not seem to be overly bothered by the creature and is almost ignoring him while his tendrils almost act like an auto defense system. I'm going to attack the creature with my tendril.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, I think you guys did encounter one of these before in Zardarok's fortress. The priest turned into a barbed devil.
All right, that is an 18 to hit.
That is a hit.
All right, now I just got this feat. He needs to make me an intelligence DC.
All right.
The DC is 17.
All right, I rolled a 9 on the
Sorry,
die.
Wait, one
Not
second.
going to be
It
enough.
is- Oh yeah, it is 17.
Yep, I got a 10, so I fail the save.
Cool. He is stunned for 1 minute
All right.
and takes Not bad. Not much damage. He takes 11 points of damage. Oh wait, sorry.
All right.
15 points of damage.
Yep.
I'm still filling out my changes from the original Nikos.
And it does not need to it does not get to rather repeat saves to try to become unstunned, does it? It is just automatically stunned for 1 minute.
That's what it says, but I've always been a fan of being able to try and break free. I
Okay.
don't know. Maybe it's just me. I hate save or moves. So I wouldn't lose any sleep if it got a save as a full round action.
Okay.
Or at the end
yeah.
of his turn.
Sure. All right. Let's.
So basically,
anything
as
else you'd
the-
like to do?
Oh yeah, so as the tendril sort of whips out and sort of hits him, it sort of grabs him, wraps him around the neck, and then as it does so, there's just this explosion of psychic energy that goes almost like a cuttlefish, from Nikos's head down the tendril,
Yeah.
and then just this as this psychic blast just erupts from his tendril, and then Nikos lets go of his neck, and then walks towards this starry thing. He sort of reaches up and tries to run his hand through the whatever magic's here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. No, you don't really. Yeah, your hand goes through it, and it looks pretty amazing. It looks really realistic. But yeah, you can't touch anything for sure.
It's just sort of floating there in the middle of the room. It's not on the ceiling or the ground.
Yeah, I know, it's floating in the middle of the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
All right.
It seems as though this place was a gathering spot for the great wizards.
Where they watch their shows every Friday night.
But it's always the same show. 4 million cosmic channels and always the same thing to watch. Yeah, Nikos almost seems to disregard the threat, as it were.
Yeah. Dranyaj, there is a stunned, barbed devil in front of you. What would you like to do?
Well, given that he's stunned, I am going to change my mind. I'm not going to rage. No, I'm not going to rage. What I'm going to do is... No, I will rage. What do I want to do? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I'm just going to, I think just kneel down in front of him. Is he down, or is he just standing there kind of dazed?
Standing there kind of dazed.
Okay, so I'll just punch him in the face.
All right, you have advantage.
That's a good thing. That would be a 15 to hit.
That hits.
So 7 damage right to the schnoz, and I get 2 attacks per action, so I will hit him again.
Okay.
That's 20 to hit for another 7.
Okay.
Bap,
Yeah,
bap,
you
right in the
definitely get the feeling that it's not doing as much damage as you thought it would.
For movement, can I sidestep?
Yeah.
Just kind of here-ish. I kind of want to keep half an eye on our new Mind Flayer friend and a half an eye on our new spiky friend.
Yep. That is fair. You can go ahead and move your token if you want, or are you on Albert?
No, I just did.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna
Sorry.
sit kind of
Yep, got
halfway
it.
in between here.
Sweet. All right. That brings us to Grukvar. What would you like to do?
Akbar runs in between these two, sees Dranyaj maybe looking at his own fists. After he's punched that creature in the face, he sees Nikos already moving on to other things. And from this position, he launches a guiding bolt
All right.
That is 17.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. That is 20 hit points of radiant damage.
All right. It definitely seems to have an effect.
Okay. And Valen, from her position, launches a witch bolt.
All right.
Which is a 18 to hit,
Yep, that hits.
and that is 11 lightning damage.
11 lightning damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nice. All right. That brings us back to Fizwick's turn. Fizwick, you still can't see anything. It is pure darkness.
The bonfire didn't like start anything, or
No, your bonfire did not seem to have any effect on your sight. You couldn't even see the flames or any light from it.
My familiar. I meant to roll for initiative for the familiar in combat, but I didn't
Yeah.
mention it. Look,
No, that's fine.
maybe you could.
It can go on your turn.
What does it see? Can it see anything?
No, it actually can't either.
Okay. Fizwick is. Gonna cast.
You don't have to do
Okay.
anything. You could also
Gonna cast
ready.
Mage Armor on himself, and he's gonna hide in the
Yeah.
corner.
All right, sounds good. Do you want to like move back? Well, yeah, maybe not.
I'm just
Never
gonna
mind.
Try to hide and
Yeah, hug the wall.
cast Mage Armor.
All right, sounds good.
Get light up, and the little guy goes, "Oh."
Yep. Let me just make sure that you still can't see anything. That the
I'm getting
darkness
scared
was
of
not
combat
dispelled. So, yeah, sorry, just making sure that I'm not missing anything here.
It's okay. You're trying.
Would we look over and see Fizwick and notice that he was disoriented?
Yeah,
And
definitely. He's
couldn't see
floundering. Yeah.
Ellen would call his name. But I don't know if that change. I mean, that doesn't just spell his blindness, but that might
Yeah.
direct him.
He doesn't like her.
Okay. he'd rather die in darkness.
Who's that lady?
All right. So that brings us to this creature, which will repeat a saving throw. Yeah. Okay. So let's do this, guys. This thing is stunned. Like, you're gonna beat it. I'll let you each describe, except for Fizwick, maybe another attack that you do on it that will hit.
Except for him.
So I don't think that Nikos, would you do anything before I talk? So I think on my turn I would just, like, having sort of floundered or tried to decide between the two people that I consider probably enemies, I would now change where did I go? Change, like, do the sort of thing, and then run back towards Fizwick, and like maybe put a hand on his shoulder and say, "You're safe. Calm yourself," and just stand sort of guard in front of him while still touching his shoulder.
Nice. All right. Good. Grukvar, are you going to continue to attack, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I cast Word of Radiance by uttering a divine word, and it causes burning radiant energy to erupt from me and affect what I would recognize as a fiend.
Yeah.
And I imagine Velen would continue attacking as well. Probably another witch bolt loaded up.
Nice. Okay. Grukvar, your radiant energy attack, radiant magical attack, just causes it to in the air, and you hear this kind of like, and it is gone.
Can I push, or if he lets me, can I push Fizwick out the door
Yes.
and then tell him the name of, I forget what it is.
Meltatra would
Nope,
be
the
this
other
door.
one.
Apsia.
Something like happiness.
A penis?
Apis.
Apius.
Apius.
Apis.
So I would tell him say that, and then as he says it, I push him through the right door.
You say it, Fizwick.
Yeah.
Apius.
Or you,
Say
you
the
can
right
see.
name
Go
again.
through the other door.
He's like, yeah.
You know my mom.
Well, you know what? I tried the first time. If you're just
I didn't
bound
make
and
this joke
determined to
this
kill
time.
yourself-
But you've got such a rebellious streak. It'd be awesome if you went through every door except the one you were guided through. we had to fight a monster for each one of them.
Barbed.
At that point, I would just put my hands up and walk through the door myself and be like,
This one?
I did kind of wonder if, there could be the possibility of 3 or 4 barbed devils with 110 hit points each.
he's just walking across each threshold.
All right. Yeah, Valin's like, no, wrong door. Okay.
I know.
Anyway.
This is fun.
So, the darkness is dispelled for you, Fizwick. You can now see the magnificent star. How do you react to this starry wonder here, Fizwick? Perfect.
Yep.
That's what I was looking for. All right. Good. You guys see 8 chairs.
I've got one of those at home.
Each of them seems to have an arcane symbol on it. And you also see a few adjoining rooms here. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna float over to this circular room here.
Yeah. In that room, you see... I'll show you a picture here.
Ooh.
All right. That's
this is-
that's you, Nikos, on the right. That's Dranyaj on the left there. All
Nick
right.
is just his dibs.
I love it. All right. Let me read the description as well. All right. A 10-foot tall spindle of gray stone hovers upright and rotates slowly inside this circular chamber. All around it, the surfaces of the room's walls are cracked, as though some terrible energy once coursed through them. Nikos, you would know that this is the spindle that was recovered from, basically the sea of moving ice by the inhabitants of Yithrin as Eriolarthus led the city in pursuit of these ancient magical artifacts.
So this is
Okay.
different than the scepter or whatever that he was talking about.
Yes, this is not Eriolarthus' staff.
But
Oh,
he
okay.
did mention the spindle to us as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is basically a big anti-magic. Well, the effect of them experimenting on it was the anti-magic aura thing. Now, I'm gonna try something that isn't in the rules for my character and stuff like that, but I want to try it anyway. Is there a way I could dig into the Mind Flayer hive mind to see if any of our people have ever encountered this thing and if we know anything about it and its operation?
Sure. You want to go ahead and make a roll for that? You can.
Yeah. The same kind of roll as my brain yum thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that's fine. 17. So yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I would say that you would know that this is, to the best of the knowledge of the hive mind, it is unaffected, for the most part, unaffected by any magic in existence today. No one has unlocked its power, or, yeah.
It appears as though this thing predates even our understanding of it. Best we leave matters alone, lest we face the same fate as the people of the Netherese.
So is this object an anti-magic object, or is it under the effect of some other kind of anti-magic? Like, is it being like no?
It released an anti-magic pulse or something, right?
Yes, that is what Nikos would know. Is that as they were kind of experimenting on it, testing the possibilities, in sort of a fluke, it just released this surge that caused the city to fall. The
Shorted out their flying city.
the Mythalar, which is this magical object beneath the spire that you're in, was the thing that kept the city afloat, and it malfunctioned along with pretty much all magic in the city, and the city came crashing down to the ground.
Okay.
I'd probably describe it more as a defense mechanism than a necessary explanation of its power. Like, it might do something else, but when prodded and poked, evidently, that is one of its abilities to prevent people from continuing to poke and prod.
Well, it obviously didn't short out everything, because there's still like magical servants and whatever floating around and about.
Well, I think it was a momentary surge of, it was like a little that dispelled magic momentarily, and then it's it kind of came back over time or something.
Mm-hmm.
In either regard, it is neither something that I require, nor is this the entrance to where we need to go. Let us continue.
Can I have Grogfar investigate this space, this triangle?
Sure. Yeah. So in that room, let me get the map back up here. Let's see. That is. Okay. It appears to be a library. The walls of this roughly triangular room are filled with floor-to-ceiling bookshelves. Hundreds of books and scrolls were thrown free of their resting places when the city crashed and now cover the floor. Time and bitter cold have not been kind to them. So everything's in pretty rough shape in here.
Are there shelves or any furniture, anything like that in here?
Nope, just the empty bookshelves, really. Well, mostly empty bookshelves, yeah.
Is there... So, I'm just kind of wandering back, keeping an eye on things. Is there anything that we can... that can be seen around this cloud or with these chairs? Like, have they been used recently? Are they covered in just as much dust and crap and snow as everything else around here? Or is there, like... The area in this room seems more meaningful, I think, than maybe we're giving it.
Yeah, I mean, so the chairs, you definitely notice arcane symbols on them.
Mm-hmm.
It is a little less icy. We'll say this area appears to be a little bit more protected. There is also a balcony going out to I forgot to reveal that when you guys entered here, so give me a moment. I guess it's just a doorway, is all you see right now, but whatever.
Where is it? Oh,
right
okay.
there. So that southern part there, there's a balcony out there, and then the stars I mean, so I guess Dranyage,
Mm-hmm.
you would definitely, like, you're familiar with the stars, probably more so than anyone here, and like you're like, oh yeah, there's that constellation, there's that one, like it is, yeah. I mean, if you want to study it for a while, you could. Do you want to take a real good look?
Yeah, I think so. I think,
Mhm.
yeah, just if I did pick up any familiar constellations, maybe see if I can tell a time of year or
Mhm.
something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see. I'll probably have you make a roll for me here.
Okay.
Yeah, just go ahead and make an intelligence roll.
Is this like in the movies when they're looking at the hologram and they're like, "We're over here"?
It's Earth. That was a 13.
Okay.
Changing planet.
You notice a strange phenomenon as you're studying the stars. There seems to be a dark star that you don't recognize. It's not, like, that's not part of the starry sky,
Okay.
And
Is it in place of something that I think should be there, or is it just like there inexplicably?
yeah, it's there inexplicably, and it just makes you feel uneasy. Yeah.
Can I move into the cloud? Like, is it kind of hologrammy where I could walk through it if I wanted to?
Yeah, absolutely. You can walk right through this all. Mhm.
Can I walk up to sort of the dark star and just sort of say out loud, what's this? It doesn't
Mhm.
belong here. Kind of hoping that somebody like maybe Belin or even our new friend might be able to help solve the mystery.
Fizwick's a genius. He might know.
Or Fizwick, yeah. I always forget about him. You're
Do
so
it.
short.
Probably
Yeah.
knows the stars the second best of any of you. Yeah. Yeah, anyone who wants to can make an intelligence roll to examine it further.
I'll do that. 13.
Dang it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks out of place to you.
I wanted to explore this room and just give it a proper look around. The triangle room that.
Yeah,
Grokvar was at.
yeah, Grukvar had
So I
gone
think
in
Nikos
there, and
just
it's
kind of looks at it and is like, eh.
yeah, it's definitely a library. And yeah, if you guys were to kind of rifle through the books, you could if you wanted to rifle through the books and scrolls and stuff, you could and see if there's anything of use. Grukvar and Nikos, would you be interested in doing that?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Nikos, you find a scroll of the comet.
Oh yeah.
It's called a scroll of the comet, and
Helps
Yeah.
you clean things really well.
and Grukvar, you find a key. Seems to be adamantine. And yeah, scroll of the comet. Let me see what that does here. By using an action to read a scroll, you cause a comet to fall from the sky and crash to the ground at a point you can see up to 1 mile away from you. You must be outdoors when you use the scroll, or nothing happens and the scroll is wasted. And there's more detail on what the comet does, but,
Sounds
That's awesome.
moderately powerful.
Moderately.
um
God, give it to me.
How does Nikos react when he finds that scroll? Does he broadcast that, or does he keep it to himself?
I will definitely give it to myself. You'll watch as again. Like I'm using Mage Hand mostly just to touch stuff because I don't want to touch stuff. So you watch as just like as he's rifling through parchment, he's just like moving books out of the way. He's kind of like picking up a tome that just opens and then closes and then goes onto a shelf. You would have seen like like a bit of paper that he would have picked up, opened it up, and then sort of given it a cursory glance before rolling it up and putting it into his pouch.
Grukvar
And
shouts at him when he sees that. What have you got there? What is it?
I ignore him completely, and I just keep looking.
Squid, take it out of your pocket.
Oops, I just did something.
You watch as Nico sort of looks down and says, I might have to tolerate your presence, but your words and your barkings mean nothing more to me than the mewling of a donkey. If you haven't found something useful, I suggest you keep your opinions, your thoughts, and your paltry attempts at instruction to yourself. When I feel like I have something to share, rest assured I will give it to you. And he says that as a, like, I'm gonna give it to you, you know, kind of like...
Yep.
Can I open these doors and walk out onto? Well, I guess we don't know what's out there, but can I open these doors?
It is locked.
Oh, bummer. Can I make a racket trying to shoulder my way through it?
Yes, you can. Let's see here. Yeah, it's not budging. It is. It seems to be warded with magic.
Is there a
Ironically.
actual keyhole in it?
There is a keyhole in it.
Can I see
Grugvar-
through the keyhole?
Grugvar calls Dranyaj's name to get his attention, and then tosses him the key, the adamantine key he just found.
Wait, I want to
See if that works.
hold on. I want to see. What do I roll?
And then when
if I
you're
can
done, come
catch
in
it?
here and see if you can get this flair to show us what he put in his pocket.
Oh, I definitely caught it. I rolled a 21.
Nice.
Caught it with my trunk, no less, and I just, in one move, swoop it out of the air and put it in the keyhole and turn it.
All right, it opens, and before you, you do see a balcony, and yeah, it looks out on the city of Yithrin. It's quite a
Oh.
beautiful view.
I'm very confused as to why that would be locked. I look at the key, shrug, put it in my pocket, and then walk over to Grugvar.
Because it's cold. You want to keep the door. I mean, someone might break in. I mean, there's no point literally having, like, you know, a teleporting, like, little like ladder thing, lattice, you know, with a hidden capsule if, like, the window's open.
How big is
Actually,
that door?
They have to
That
keep the
opened up
kids
balcony?
from, you know, playing on the balcony.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
Is
Keep
there
the
any
mage
symbology?
kids from playing? Actually, before I do come back out, it's just overlooks the city of Yithrin. There's nothing like interesting that I notice, like a new vantage point that I have reveals something to me.
No, you don't really notice anything. Yeah. When you say, you notice, like, wow, that was really loud. Like, it seems to reverberate throughout the city.
Oh,
Oh, it's like a.
It's
like
a speech
okay,
platform.
That's cool.
okay. Now I get the key.
All
Still
the
put it-
Nothids are like,
You see way in the distance, some birds flutter away.
Exactly. Some bats.
Is there anything that has the symbology of, like, a black star, like in the library, like any bookshelves or like any, like, sections on, like, astrology?
No. You know, I don't think there is. I guess
What does the ceiling in this chamber look like?
it's 30 feet high, and it's kind of domed. You know, same material as throughout.
Well, I'm stumped. Let's go home, guys.
Valen says, "What about the chairs? There seems to be one for each school of magic."
I looked at them already. They're outdated and uses everything else in this room.
She kind of starts dusting them off a little bit, like really examining the symbols.
I'll give it a go. I'll float over and I'll sit in the divine chair, or the divination chair that I entered.
Nothing happens. Valin goes over to the necromancy chair, and she sits in it, and all of a sudden, vroom, a portal opens up in the middle of the starry, these swirling stars. And she says, well, that was something.
What does a portal look like? Can we see what's on the other side of it?
No, you can't. Yeah. And actually, the stars have disappeared now. They've kind of slowly faded as soon as the portal appeared, and by now they're completely gone. And it's just this kind of glowing portal, a door. It's bright light.
Nikos will float through, not rush through like he's not running or anything, but he's gonna like just basically again just elevate himself and then just.
Yeah, and as Nikos does that, you guys kind of just feel this chill blast of air come from the balcony, and a little bit of like snow even kind of floats in, and the doors just rattle a little bit on their hinges, and it feels quite a bit colder in here all of a sudden. Nikos, this large chamber has lain undisturbed for for centuries. On the upper level, all around you, are tables covered with wizardly paraphernalia. A soft groaning sound emanates from a shadowy, door-sized rectangle along the curved northern wall. Staircases to the east and west descend to the lower part of the room, where a sunken library is situated in a 20-foot wide, 10-foot deep circular pit. And I'll show a map in a second. A ladder running along a circular track inside this hole allows easy access to the many books and scrolls on its shelves. And I'll pull up the new map. So you have entered. Let's see here. Oh. All right, so yeah, you have entered rite. Let me pull your token on there. Where is New Nikos? There he is. Right there.
Nope.
All right.
I
You
can't
zoom
see
out a
where
little
we're-
bit.
I can't see where we are. I mean, where our tokens
There
are.
we go. There we go. Okay. And perched on the edge of the pit are three aberrant creatures, each one staring at you with a singular hideous eye. You would recognize these as Nothics. Floating above the middle of the pit is a human skull with wispy, arcane symbols forming above it. Have you followed Nikos through this doorway?
I mean, I suppose so. Does anything happen if Valin stands up?
No. Nothing happens if she stands up. The doorway remains.
I'll
Then
follow Nikos through.
Yeah, I suppose we should follow him.
Okay.
But you're going to bring my token over there because I can't see it.
Oh, okay. Yep. I can do that. Let me just see here. Yep, I gotta bring all y'all's tokens here. Alright. There they are. You guys can. I don't know if it'll let you shrink them to a more appropriate size, but you can try that if it lets you using the hand tool. Yep, there you go. Nice work. Who are we missing here? Are we missing Dranyaj?
Yeah.
Where is Dranyaj?
No, it's pretty hard to misplace an elephant, but you know.
I've done it. I seem to have done it. I found Valin. Where is Drawn?
Whoa, she's huge.
So you can't see them either?
Me? No.
No, I mean Nate, you can't see
Oh.
them either?
No, I can see.
How do you? Let's see here. Can you?
I can see the tokens in my token library,
Oh, okay.
if that's what you mean. But no, this is a new map. Actually, it's not the same map.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, so I kind of altered the last one, so I made a separate one. Okay, I found Dranyaj. Woo! All right, cool. So these right here. Let me make them smaller. How many did I say there were? 4 of them? 3 of them?
I think 3.
3.
Okay. Oh, come on. Give me 4, guys. No, 3 is good. All right. And floating right here. Find me a Demi-Lich token. Oh man, yeah, for some reason my tokens got a little messed up, so I'll use this one for now. But I will show you what you guys see. Looks like this.
Ooh.
And why don't we go ahead and roll initiative?
Okey-dokey.
That was epic.
Also, I've just sent something to you on Facebook, Nate.
Okay, sweet. Thank you for the notice.
15.
What'd you get, Fizwick? Sorry.
15, sir.
I only heard the teen.
15.
15. Okay, here we go.
1-5. Sorry.
1-8 for Dranyaj.
Okay.
Roll for Nikos just yet. Uh, 18.
Okay. You tied Dranyaj again. We'll have Dranyaj go first this time.
Yep.
You're just doing that on purpose.
All right, and Grukvar, what'd you get?
I got 11.
Okay. Grukvar, you seem to be going last a lot lately.
Yeah, I'm a very slow fellow. I'm getting slower as time goes on. I'm getting older and older.
I think it's just because he wants to wait until we've made the bad guys weak. And he
Yeah,
thinks it's danger to
I'm
him.
going to cleanup crew.
Yeah. Okay, they've moved into melee range. Now I'll do my thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, cool. Okay, so we're going to go Dranyaj, Nikos, Fizwick, Skull Thing, Demi-Lich, Grukvar, and then Nothix,
Okay.
Grukvar, and Valin. So, Dranyaj,
Are
you
these
are up
5
first.
5-foot squares again?
They are 5-foot squares, yes indeed. Let me make the Demi-Lich a more reasonable size. There we go.
Okay. So I am going to. Oh well, he doesn't look so bad anymore. It's kind of
Let me
cute.
see if I can find the... Nope, that's not it. Yeah, somewhere I had the Demi-Lich downloaded, but... Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let me show the map for our viewers too. Dranyaj, what would you like to do?
I would like to rage,
Okay.
and then so that's my bonus action. For my action, I would like to let's see here. How would that work? 1 second. I want to see if I can do this.
Yep, no problem.
Sort of die.
Nikos, you can be planning your move. Fizwick, you are next as well.
Nope.
And let me look up something for this fellow.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use, for my movement, I'm going to use my ring of jumping.
Yep.
I think is what it's called.
Nice.
Gives me a standing jump of about 1 million. And so I'm going to jump down here.
Million?
It's crazy. It's like I can jump. Let's see here. 25 feet.
Wow.
Standing
Okay.
Jump 25 feet.
That is
If
pretty
I'm-
close to 1 million.
If I'm running, I can jump 51 feet.
Nice.
Actually, it's only 30 feet if I'm in combat, but still, that's a pretty big jump. But so I'm gonna jump down there. I'm going to attack with my first action.
Okay.
Number 2 here. So that's two. That is a 29 to hit
That hits.
and a 25 to hit.
Also hits.
I'm going to, let's see, do 10. So 22, 25, 28 damage, 28 slashing damage to that thing.
Okay. 28. Yep.
And then I'm going
It
to go
hurts.
as far- I can, as, let me think. Crap, I can't do that. Never mind. I can't do 2 actions. So, how would that work? Nope. I think I have to be done.
Okay.
So that's my thing.
Yeah, this beast hisses in your face. You have dealt it a grievous blow, but it is still up. All right. That brings us to Nikos. Nikos, what would you like to do?
You're muted.
Oh,
Sorry. Yep. Nikos will try out a new spell. So Nikos,
Nice.
floating up towards, like basically, I'm not climbing down the stairs. I'm just floating forward, towards the
Oops.
floating skull, in the middle of the room.
Yep.
And Nikos looks down on this skull, and says, "Your time has passed, old master, and you are in my way." He reaches down, and you watch as literally his flesh starts to roil, and magic black tendrils pour out from his fingertips, and almost like a rain of almost like leech-like appendages pour down over onto the skull. I'm going to be using Enervation. He needs to make me a dexterity saving throw.
okay.
Fizwick is so relieved. He didn't want to touch that thing at all.
All right. I rolled a 17.
17 is not enough by 1.
All right.
All right, so he takes 48 necrotic damage, and until the spell ends, I can use an action on my turn to automatically just deal 48 necrotic damage to it.
Okay.
Whenever I deal damage to it, I can then heal equal to half the damage I've dealt.
Okay.
So, I deal, to begin with, let's see, there we go, 19 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Yeah, so you kind of feel this necrotic energy flow through, and the Demi-Lich appears totally unfazed by it.
Nate, did you already say
I'll,
what the little white bone thing is?
That's the ladder.
Oh,
Yeah, not sure why they made it such a bright white, but
Alright, well that is all Nikos does.
okay. Yep. All right. That brings us to
So just a real quick question.
Mhm.
Because obviously there's 2 elements to the spell, the damage and the healing. Do I do the damage and then
Oh.
it does nothing, but then I heal half, or does it do just no damage and I don't heal anything?
Okay, so explain to me the 2 types of damage. It's all necrotic damage, right? But then
yes,
it would
on
heal
the-
you? Would it be
uh,
like a drain?
You can use your action on each turn to automatically deal the damage to the target. Whenever the spell deals damage. Okay, so whenever the spell deals damage to the target, so it has to deal the damage.
Yeah.
I presume. Yeah. Okay. Damn.
So yeah, you don't feel anything.
Okay. I will say something snarky about how he has nothing left to give,
Nice. All right.
and that is all.
All right, Fizwick, it is your turn.
Fizwick's gonna move behind Grukvar here. He's gonna pull out a bow. He's gonna shoot at the weakest one. Whichever one you say that is, and he's going
Yep.
to
That's the one Dranyaj is with.
17 to hit.
Hits. And you can roll your damage with sneak attack.
Ooh, 12 plus 16.
All right. Yeah, this Nothic, your arrow just pierces its neck and it falls to the ground before, right in front of Dranyaj, and kind of tumbles down into the library below here, dead. All right. Nice shot. Anything else you'd like to do?
He pops out another arrow and hides back behind Grukvar.
All right. Excellent. That brings us to the Demi-Lich. What we need from each of you is a, well, everyone within 30 feet. So this would only be Dranyaj and Nikos. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oops, you said saving throw. Dang it.
25.
All right. He lets out this blood-curdling howl.
14
And
for me.
14. Okay. Nikos, you are frightened until the end of your next turn. Dranyaj, you fall to the ground. You are unconscious. You have 0 hit points.
What the?
And
Is this a spell?
yes, it is. Well, actually, it's a not a spell.
Okay.
It is an ability.
I do nothing.
The Nothics fall to the ground as well. They're dead.
I am no longer raging.
You're raging unconscious.
You're angry, but all right. And that brings us to Grukvar. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's not its full turn. My bad.
Oh, no.
Let's see here. Oh man. Let's see. That
Fizwick's
was
freaking out now. Oh no! Oh shit!
okay. That was one of its actions. Yeah, that is its turn. Yep.
Wait, so am I unconscious or am I making death saves here?
So I think that's a great question. I think if you're dropped to 0 hit points, does that mean he'd be making death saves?
According to
yes.
D&D Beyond, it does.
I think
Yeah,
so.
I think you would
Yeah.
be.
We're knocking him down this game.
So you don't have to make that yet. But
Right.
yep, soon. Okay. So let's see. What else is it going to do? It is going to do one more thing here. Actually swirls its dice. Okay. So it now begins to magically just kind of swirl up this dust, and it goes up to Nikos, and it is going to. You need to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Is it
And-
casting a spell?
This is a legendary action.
Damn. Okay, never mind.
It magically swirls its dusty remains. Is that a
Ew.
spell?
Constitution saving throw. Okay, let's come on, baby. 19.
Okay, you made it. Yep. So it's this dust kind of like clouds your eyes, but you manage to like cover your eyes in time that you
Well,
are.
I imagine I've got
doesn't get
like
in
I've
them.
got like one of those like what do you call it? Like the transparent eyelids.
Dictating membranes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nictating.
cool. That's,
Nice.
that's so
Dictating?
cool.
Nictating.
I thought there was another syllable in there.
I love it. All right, that brings us to Grukvar.
All right. All my plans are falling apart here. I can't believe, Gruck cannot believe that there is a look of fear on Nikos's face. And that's enough to kind of shock him a little bit, just to see that.
Yeah.
Gruffar runs forward. Just far enough here, and casts a lightning bolt
Okay.
and sends one right towards the Demolich.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 10.
Yeah, it does not hit.
I only that's a hit. And that is it for me. For Velen, where is the Demolich?
It's right in front of Nikos now.
At the edge of the. So he's like at the edge of the sunk library.
Yeah, he's at the edge of the
Is-
library pit, and he is floating probably, 10 feet above it or something.
10 feet.
Yep.
Okay. Velen is going to. I was trying to figure out what he might be vulnerable to here. She's going to cast web
Okay.
at him.
Yeah, how does that work?
This conjures a massive, thick, sticky webbing at a point of your choice within range, and it's a 60-foot range, and I'm going to choose the Demolich itself.
Okay.
And down to the edge of the sunken library, with the intent that if this snags him, he'll be confined there.
Okay. Yeah.
So he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. He will attempt to do so here.
Fizwick. Oh, never mind.
Hey,
All right, he
Nate,
rolled a 13. Yeah.
did the ability that made me unconscious, was it against my hit points, or did I just automatically fall unconscious?
Automatically, anyone who fails automatically drops to 0 hit points. It's not like
Oh,
a
it
set
dropped
number.
to 0 hit points. Okay, because
Yeah.
there's also a condition called unconscious, which is different.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think if you drop to 0 hit points, you are unconscious as well.
Yes.
But you're right. If you're unconscious, doesn't necessarily mean you're at 0 hit points.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So failed to save. What happens?
Demolich, so it failed.
Yeah.
So that was a 13 you rolled.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
That's
So
correct.
the Demolich is restrained by the webs, and it can use its action to make a strength check. When at the end of its turn. I don't know if it says. Restrained by it can use its action to make a strength check against your spell
Yeah,
save.
so it can
I
use its
assume then
action,
on its
yeah.
on its turn, on its action.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. That makes sense to me.
And then Velen's going to motion to Grukvar, and the two of them are going to move forward here to and leap off this. Wait, how tall is this?
That ledge there, probably 6 feet or so.
Okay, we're just both going to jump down and prepare to pull unconscious Dranyaj out of the zone.
Nice. Yep.
Each take a leg.
All right. Fizwick. I'm sorry, no. Nothix. Now Dranyaj. Back up to the top of the order. What would you like to do here? Make a
Well, I
save?
gotta roll a save throw.
Yep.
So that is a Failure. Number
Oh,
one.
it hurts. All right. Nikos, your move.
Does me being unconscious have anything to do with the how I became smaller?
Hmm? Oh no, that's me. That's me.
Okay.
Don't worry. You're going to stay your current size for now, unless
All
I
right.
take lose concentration.
All right. So is the skull flying as well? I presume, like up towards me.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so
Are you? I mean, it probably would have moved to your level.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Okay.
But now it's caught
I'm
in the
going-
web. But yeah.
Okay. So, Nikos dispels the eldritch tendril thing that he had going, trying to drain life. Doesn't work, so I'm not going to keep it anymore. I'm going to then instead have Nikos sort of reach his hands backwards, and as he throws his head back, his four tendrils open up, and you can see this kind of globule of magic in the center of his mouth. His tendrils then twist around to almost create like a point, like a what do you call them? The spivet type.
Like rifling on a barrel?
Like rifling basically.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use Tasha's caustic brew and spray it directly down at the demi-lich.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna move away, presuming that from the look of the image, he doesn't have a jaw, so he doesn't have a bite attack. So I'm hoping no attack of opportunity as I float away.
Yeah. Well, he's restrained, so I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, so do I want to change the type of damage? So it's acid damage. Will acid burn through the webs?
Technically, yeah, I would say probably he would get like advantage on his save
What about
to get out.
Okay, what about the cold? Would the cold reinforce the webs?
I would say cold would probably not reinforce it, but it wouldn't have a negative impact.
Okay, I'll use my transmutation meta magic and shift the damage from acid to cold. As basically, yeah, this globule then just sprays this like almost transparently clear slurry of ice and slag as it just
Nice.
out over the top of the this skull.
Okay. Awesome.
So I need a dex save from you.
Okay, and he makes that with disadvantage because he is restrained.
Mhm.
First one I rolled quite well, a 24. Second one, ooh, it rolled from a 16 down to a 3, so that's an 8.
Yes. Oh, thank God. All right. Okay, so that is. Let me just calculate here. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8d6 points of damage per round at the start of its turn. Oh, sorry, 8d4. 8d4.
Okay.
Um.
So it won't take that till its turn, or does it take it now?
Creature covered in the acid. Oh yeah, no, it just takes it at the start of its turn. So yeah,
Okay.
it won't take it right now.
Yep, so that will be coming up after Fizwick's turn here. All right, and you said that's 8d4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. All right, anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
So I've moved away. I've done that. No, I think that's about it. I'm kind of doing this air. I like again, just kind of air acrobatics, moving around, trying to just kind of outmaneuver it. I'm gonna turn this way, so if it does use its abilities again, I'm like kind of out of range. To like, it has to pick between me or them.
Yep. Nice, I like it. Okay. So that brings us to Fizwick. Fizwick, what would you like to do?
Fizwick's gonna. I'm gonna assume he could collect his dagger that failed, maybe, or.
Yeah, we can say that if you think you would have picked it up on that bridge back there or whatever. Yeah.
He's gonna try the same move again, and toss that catapult, and
Nice.
they would have to make a DC Dex of 13.
Okay. So, rolling with disadvantage here once again. First one is a 20. The second one is a 13. Is that what he had to get?
Yep.
Oh shoot,
Man.
he made it.
That thing fails a lot. I'll say catapult. If I played again, love it, but I wouldn't get it again because 13's so low.
Yeah, if you had higher intelligence, then your
That would've
your
went up?
modifier would be higher. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Might have been 19 points too.
Shoot. All right. Let me just make sure. Okay, restrained. It's restrained, right, Grukvar?
Yeah.
Yep. Disadvantage
Great.
on dexterity saving throws. So yeah, it's just disadvantage. It's not like it automatically fails. All right. That brings us. Oh, do you want to move it all, Fizwick?
No.
Okay. That brings us to the Demi-Lich. It is going to take that damage here. So 8d4. Do you want to roll that, Michael?
I can roll that.
I only have 2d4s handy, so you'll be faster.
All right, that is 16 points of cold damage.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely has an impact. You can see like little cracks starting to form on the skull, and for just a moment, the magical energy just kind of falters. All right, 16 points. Nice. All right, then it is going to attempt to free itself. And what does it have to do for that, Grukvar?
It has to make a strength check against spell save DC of 14.
It's not real strong. It rolls a -2. I rolled a 3 and it's -5 modifier.
Ouch!
Oh boy. You know, Demi-Liches are lots of things. They're not strong.
Yeah. Well, we found his weak point, boys. All right.
All right.
Dice. It's always been dice.
Okay. Very good. So that is its action. It cannot move, and however, it does still have some legendary actions. Let's see here. Yeah, what I need is a DC 15 Constitution saving throw from everyone except for Fizwick.
What about
Constitution?
me?
Yep, even from you.
It's Constitution, Nate, you said?
Yep, Constitution. Yep.
All right.
Against what kind of is it? Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
So
but-
Constitution saving throw.
and a 14.
Okay.
11 from me and a 13 from Velen.
Okay. And Nikos, did you make a con save? Anyone who fails, which is all of you so far, your hit point maximum is reduced by 10.
Ooh.
That is a 19 on mine.
Okay, so you made it. So hit point maximum reduced by 10. So your hit points will go down as well, obviously.
Okay. So in D&D Beyond here, should I use temp HP and go into the
No,
negative or
if you
something?
click
or-
on the HP management, there's an override max HP option.
Oh.
Dron John's like, if I was alive, I would feel less alive.
Yeah. He's
That's
like,
kind of a weird. That's kind of a weird thing. It's like this big necrotic wave, and the guy who's unconscious is actually fine. Like, it's actually almost better to be unconscious at that point.
yeah, his gas tank got a little smaller, we'll say. His fuel tank. But it's still
Breathing
empty.
became shallow.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you guys just kind of feel this like sucking energy toward the Demi-Lich as this happens. Okay. This is not necessarily permanent, by the way. But anyway,
Is it a spell?
Oh, there we go.
it is not a spell. This guy
God
has
damn
no
it.
spells. They're all like actions or legendary actions. So
I take my counter spell and I throw it in the bin. God.
All right, that brings us back to Grukvar now.
Okay, Grugfar takes a look down at Dranyaj and tries to kind of gauge like where he's at. What could I do like a just a perception check here to?
Yeah.
I don't want to use that as my action, so I'll just assume that he's not doing well. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast.
Sorry, I've got snarky Nico in my head who's like, what gave that away? The fact that he's lying on the floor and not moving, like.
Yeah, but
Great,
I
thanks.
wouldn't know. What I wanted to determine is if I should do a medical check at this moment or not.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
gonna
there's something
forego it.
wrong with them. What makes you think that? He's not moving.
I just thought I'd lay down and take a nap.
Is it the
bit-
foam coming
bit
out of
tired.
his mouth?
You guys get in the game. I wouldn't know. I would just know until I come look at him. Maybe he's sleeping peacefully.
I am.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I mean, that's true.
He's in
Was it a
pile
sleep
of
spell?
blood.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Was it a sleep
hey,
spell?
Hey guys, it's you who are making a dangerous assumption here.
I'm not
Well, I
making
mean,
any
you
assumption.
You
I'm
can't die
dying.
from overhealing.
All right.
I rolled.
come on.
I rolled a 14. I don't know if that is higher than his AC. I don't know what his AC is. So, is that a hit?
Oh, are you attacking the Demi-Lich?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That is not a hit.
Oh man. All
What
right,
did you
well,
attack with?
A guiding bolt.
Okay, nope, that is a miss. All right. Anything else you'd like to do, Grukvar?
I want to drag Dranyaj, but I don't think I can because he used my action. Is that correct?
I would let you like use part of your movement to probably drag him like 5 feet.
Okay, I'll do
Yeah.
that. And I'll have Velen here just blast the Demilich with her wand of magic missiles.
Yep.
Dart deals 1d1 force, and I'm going to use 6 of them. Really, almost expend everything this has. I'm sorry, I looked at that one more time. 1 for so. It'll be 64 plus 6.
Wait, that's how many hit points? I'm sorry.
Then how many charges of her magic missile
Oh, gotcha.
long
You're cutting out quite a bit.
damage?
Oh, he just went mad.
17 plus 6. 23
To hit?
points of damage.
Oh, okay, they
No,
automatically
there's-
hit. That's
there's
right.
no to
Yep.
hit because it's.
Smart. All right.
And then I'll drag Tranya 5 feet away.
Nice.
Put him right here.
Lay
All right.
me in Valen's lap.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean the bolts from the magic missile just slam into this thing, and it's definitely starting. You see little pieces of like bone flying off, little glowing green bits of bone flying around. All right, and that brings us to the Nothics who are dead. I need to cross them off my list. Dranyaj.
All right, here we go again. Oh, phew. All right, 1 success.
Nice. Okay. And Nikos, your turn.
All right, Nikos is going to continue concentrating on the cold slurry that's coating the skull, and I want to. I'm going to use a different cantrip. I'm basically going to use a cantrip, but I want to flavor this with GM's permission. So I want to use Sword Burst as a spell, but I want to use it and flavor it as though I'm using Shape Snow to turn the slurry around the skull into just swords, and then just jam those swords back into the skull.
I like it. I approve.
So he needs to make me a dex saving throw as Nikos attempts to do this.
All right. A 14 and a 24, so we'll go with the 14.
14 is a failure, so
All
he
right.
takes 2d6 force damage, which is 7 force damage. So as Nikos is holding onto the slurry, you watch as he sort of stretches his arms outwards, and you watch as these tiny metal, sort of tiny icy tethers kind of form into these needles, and then he slams his fists shut, and then these needles just go and just sort of impact into the skull a bit more.
Nice. I like it. Okay. That brings us to Fizwick.
Fizwick just gonna shoot his bow.
Nice.
Ping is what it sounds like for.
I'll remind you that you do have. Well, you do have advantage. I'll remind you that you have some magic. You had some special arrows that were crafted for you by Gruckvar.
I do.
Do you remember what those were, Gruckvar? Or was it his bow?
His bow. His bow is a magical.
That's right. It's now a +1 bow.
+1.
Okay, so yeah, you already got that. Good.
I've got a scroll that I can't remember about curses, foul mouth language, but I can't remember what that was.
We'll have to look it up after the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just go with the bow.
Yep.
25 to hit.
Okay, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. I think no sneak attack damage on this one.
12 points.
All right, 12 points of damage. Yeah, this thing is more chunks of bone go flying, and this thing is like the light is flickering.
What does he look like? Are the sockets of his eyes still intact, or is the top of his skull gone? I want some more details here.
Yeah, I would say that like part of his jaw is like broken and kind of like hanging there. And yeah, there's like an arrow sticking out of one of his eye sockets.
Okay.
It quickly like burns up, but you see like this flickering light in his eye socket.
I would have thought since he can't take it out, it just stays there for the rest of his existence. And every time he hangs out with his friends, they just make fun of him because he has an arrow stuck in his head.
He's got an arrow. It's the broadhead that's stuck in there. The arrow, the shaft burns.
Yeah, the shaft burn, but there's still, if you look deep enough, you see an arrow there. But no, the shaft burns up with magical energy. Okay, so that brings us to
one time a goblin shot me in my fucking mouth.
All right, I rolled a 19 on my. Oh, I gotta use D&D Beyond. Well, the 19 is one strength save, but it's -5, so it's a 14. And then we got an 11. What's my strength save need to be, Gruckvar? Probably more than 11.
DC is 14.
Okay, so I fail,
He also
and
takes
yeah.
21 damage as well.
Ooh, all right, what does this look like? What kind of damage again?
21 frost damage. So more of that cold ice just continues to cake around the cracks and crevices. The now like pins and needles that kind of stick into his head kind of almost create a lattice, like looking almost like he's turning into a giant snowflake.
Yeah. And what does it look like as you have destroyed this Demi-Lich?
Oh, he transforms into a. Basically, you watch as the ice just explodes outwards from the impact of his skull, travels up those little like needles that are in his skull, and attached to the walls, there's now like this giant spider web of ice, mixed with the web spell, with the frost, and the skull is just kind of like just hanging lifeless in the middle. The green flames in its eyes sort of, and then just smoke and smolder outwards.
Yeah. Eriolarthus, ruler of Yithrin, is no more. And that is where we will end our session. Dranyage is, we'll deal with Dranyage next time.
I mean, it's
smacking
late
him in the
here,
face.
I'm sleeping.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, do more damage to me. That's great.
So what's Dranyage at? Is he like one save, one fail?
I am, yes, one of each, and my hit points, my maximum hit points are down by 10.
Yep. All right. Wow. It was intense. Yeah, that ability was the one that when I looked at this, it was like, I mean, what if you guys totally surrounded Eriolarthus? You're all within 30 feet. And like, what if 3 or 4 of the 5 PC and NPC failed that save? Like,
Yeah.
Like just went unconscious straight away.
yeah, I mean, it's a DC 15 con, and that's the one, the nuclear option that's just a little bit
That's kind of happened
Scary.
twice now. Like I got nuked right out. When we get nuked, we just go down. There's no like
Yeah.
slow tier chipping away at us. No, it's just done.
Yeah, but this one in particular is just like it is just, there's no like, it does
There's
a lot
no
of
math.
damage. It's just
There's
like
no math.
0 hit points.
Mhm.
And it could be 10 people that are surrounding it. And they could all, yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
But well done, guys. It was a hard fought battle, a lot of trial and error, and using your noggins to defeat the noggin. So, congrats.
Yeah, glad I could help, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
not gonna lie.
really pulled your weight.
When it started.
Yeah.
When
Well,
it
somebody
started
pulled my weight.
when it started negating necrotic, which I figured it might have that. I was like, a lot of my abilities and spells are psychic and necrotic. I'm not overly excited about this. And then it dawned on me after I'd used enervation that I could have used my transmutation to turn it into radiant damage. Because
Oh,
that's-
yeah. Yeah.
I completely spaced on that, and I was just like, ugh, I felt, yeah.
Yep.
Next time.
That sorcerer business. Yep.
Yep, all my cool sorcerer stuff.
Cool. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, viewers. Dale, Patrick, Silly Syrup, Rock Protector, McBluff, probably some others up there too. Allison, thank you for tuning in and joining us here. This was a lot of fun. And yes, patrons get access, as I believe it was Dale who pointed it out. Patrons get access to campaign diaries for this game, where I kind of do some reflection and talking about how the game went, recap, and what might come. And those are a lot of fun. We do them after every session at some point in the next week or two before the next session. So check out that at patreon.com/WASD20. And there's other cool rewards too, things like weekly live map drawing streams with me. So thank you to the patrons in the house. There's a bunch of you here. I appreciate it. And yeah, don't forget to check out Michael's Dead Aussie Gamer. Links in the video description for Twitch, YouTube, and Fizwick's Dark Sea Workshop as well. And yeah, buy some sparkly dice. Lastly, thank you to our sponsor, Hero Forge. They're awesome. HeroForge.com. The best character builder around. And we will be back, folks, on the 23rd of May. So, take care, everybody. See ya.
I
Yeah.